after it's no longer attached to a life source, which would be the truth. So in all actuality, a staff, walking staff of a shepherd is his system of support. I'm about to preach in a second. Moses says, Lord, I don't have nothing in my hand except for a dead thing that I use to support me.
Wow.
Moses says, I've been depending all this time on a dead support system. I know it's dead, but it helps me walk, it helps me be mobile, and it helps me support. And I don't think it's nothing because everybody has one. I don't pay it any attention because all the shepherds have one.
Right.
I didn't take it serious because all shepherds have a staff.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I'm about to preach Evangelist Naomi. God says, what is that in your hand? He says, I have a rod, Lord. And rod is a system, is a stick or a branch used to help walk, ward off, defeat, or support. Bryant, that's your time. It's time to go. Yes, Lord. He says, this is what I have in my hand. What did the Lord tell Moses to do next? Say it out loud so Pastor can hear you. What did God tell Moses to do next? Say what, baby? He tells him to cast it on the ground. Moses has a staff in his hand that he's been using the whole time he's been a shepherd. He's been using it for his sheep. He's been using it for himself. By this time, it doesn't look like the piece of wood that fell off the tree. I'm sure he's carved it. I'm sure he's polished it. I'm sure that he's put something on it to make it look nice. The first thing God tells him after he identifies what's beneficial to him is throw it down.
All right. Yeah.
Now I got to go, Naomi. I got to go because it's going to get tight in a minute. But I need you to understand that God can't send you to do a work in Egypt until you learn how to throw down your staff. Now I need to pause for a second because that's biblical staff. But if you take the word staff and you put it through Webster, the word staff implies a group of officials.
All right.
Who are gathered together or employed by a company to do a specific job.
Yes.
Staff in the military is a group of officials who support a military campaign but never go to warfare.
That's good.
Webster say a staff is any group of people gathered together to complete an assignment. Now God is saying, find out what you have in your hand. He identifies what's in his hand. He sees the potential of what's in his hand. And God says, now throw it on the ground. God is saying that I cannot release you to show my wonders in Egypt until you're willing to throw down your system of support. It's not until you're willing to throw down the thing that's been holding you up. I can't trust you in Egypt.
Yeah. My God.
Woo. Ooh, I'm telling me and God was having it out today. Who's having it out today? It's like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to preach this same text like 20 different times. But tonight, the Lord spoke to me and told me that I need to tell y'all that you've got to endure being staffless. You've got to know what it feels like to allow your staff to hit the ground. You got to know what it feels like. Yes, Lord. You got to know what it feels like to not to have your husband there. You got to know what it feels like for your wife not to understand you. You got to know what it feels like to be a pastor and no one else prays but you. You got to know what it feels like to be in prayer and your children want to pull on you during prayer time. You got to know what it feels like to work for Seth and have absolutely no time for yourself because all the rest of your time is tied up in God. You got to know what it feels like, glory to God, not to have no encouragers, no cheerleaders, glory to God, nobody to pat you on the back, nobody tell you can make it, nobody tell you to run on, nobody tell you you look good today, no one to tell you I like your new hairstyle, nobody tell you, whoa, I enjoyed that word. You have to know what it feels like to see your staff outside your hand.
All right.
Yes.
That's good.
Watch this. And you've got to know it from something you've carried for a while. Because anybody can let go of something that they had for a while. But God is saying, I can prove you for Egypt after I see you're willing to let go of what you had for a while.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. 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 Touch your neighbor and say, cast it down. See, the blessing about this text, Dr. Walker, the blessing about this text is that, glory to God, yes, Holy Ghost, you was close. Listen, the blessing about this text is that God tells him to cast it down. See, glory to God. See, we can deal with losing things when it leaves us. But when God himself tells you to let go what's been working for you. See,
Come on.
yes, God. See, God is saying, I need you to be willing to do it on your own. I need to know if you're willing to leave your place of comfort. I need to know if you're willing to neglect what's been supporting you only because I said it. Because the truth is, the staff that you're throwing down ain't done nothing wrong.
All right. All right. Yeah.
Are y'all praying with me? See, the truth is, Daphne, everybody that God tells us to leave alone ain't done nothing to get left alone.
Amen. Well.
See, that's our frustration, see.
Well.
That's our frustration. You tell me I can't have it, but I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Come on.
All right. Help us.
It's getting tight, Daphne. You felt that? It is getting real. I felt that. Somebody on this side, I feel you. Be delivered tonight. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Glory to God. And you know, he said throw it down. But it's always been in my hand.
Right.
I don't know how to respond, move, or act without this linking post in my hand. Now watch this. Look how God works, Pastor Jackie. Look how God works. Moses said, I can't go, they won't believe me. And right after that, God tells him, get rid of what'll help you.
Because you got to trust him.
Did you see that in the text? Pastor Morris, he says, I can't go, I'm scared. And God tells him, let go of what help you.
Say what?
No, maybe you didn't hear me. I can't go because I'm scared.
Right.
Throw your security blanket on the ground. I can't go, I'm scared. Throw your tangible help on the ground. I can't go, I'm scared.
Well.
You didn't even know what it was that you had. Throw it on the ground. I can't go, I'm scared. I don't want to go to a new territory. I don't want to go around new people. I'm scared. I don't want to try anything different. I don't feel like I'm qualified. I don't feel like I know enough. I don't feel like I had enough training. I don't feel like I've been connected long enough. Throw it on the ground. What happens? What happens after it's thrown on the ground? Say good. It turns into a circle.